Well, training camp is over. The Browns are now practicing for real. And Mary Kay, for the first time today, we really kind of got to see the full complement of offense. It's been a while since we saw the full group out there.
It really has been a while. OBJ returned to team drills today for the first time since August 6th. That's been about 3 weeks that he's been out. David Njoku was back. So really, even though Freddie was very frustrated with the offense against the Bucs, that wasn't the real offense. This was the real offense that we saw out there today. And it looks to me like they're going to be just fine.
And Scott, the big thing really is timing between all these guys, especially with Baker and Odell. So now it gives them an opportunity to really get some work in.
Yeah, we saw Baker working with Odell, Jarvis, and Rashard Higgins kind of off on one field while everybody else was doing special teams practice. And some of the backup quarterbacks were playing a little defense, and they were working on routes, timing routes around the end zone, kind of getting in that individual work that I think everybody kind of assumes they need because they haven't been all out there together. Freddie kind of said afterwards that that doesn't necessarily mean they haven't done that at walkthroughs, but it's the first time we've seen that, them kind of working on their own, and they need to get the work in, and they're doing it.
Now, Mary Kay, you mentioned that it wasn't the full complement of the offense on Friday night and when Freddie was unhappy with it, but there's a little concern there because some of these receivers who had been playing really well struggled in that football game and were unable to step up. So, yeah, we saw the full complement of the offense today, but there's still some question marks behind the big names.
Yeah, there really are. I mean, the offense in general was off. And I think Freddie is still a little bit concerned about the fact that the timing just wasn't there. The protection was shaky at times. Baker Mayfield was off on some of his throws. The receivers were off on some of their route depths. And like you said, it was a recipe for disaster. So no matter who's out there, you really do have to be getting all of those things right.
And Scott, the offensive line, Mary Kay mentioned it, but, J.C. Treader today talked. It was the first time we kind of got to hear from some of these offensive linemen since Friday. And I mean, it just wasn't a good performance.
No, and he said it wasn't good all around. Everybody, he said, had plays that they wanted to get, take back. Batonio and Treader were the only guys who had not a lot of pressure before Friday, so that's changed. Now they all have. And Hubbard and Robinson on the outside, I think, are leading the pack in that. So they have some work to do. They said they have corrected things after looking at the film, and we probably won't be able to see the fruits of that for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see any of the starters on Thursday night against the Lions, but then that Titans game, it's coming up fast. It's an important week. Cuts are coming up on Saturday, and we'll have full coverage of the entire week at cleveland.com/Browns.